Now, question number 4. In question number 4, we have some sort of flow chart, and I need to teach you how to go through the flow chart carefully. Now, when we look at a flow chart, I want you to first look at the arrows, not the boxes, but the arrows. So in the arrows, I see things like this: sodium hydroxide. And whenever I see sodium hydroxide, below I will write down cation test. Okay, next clue that I can see, right? I'll be asking this in class as well. The clue I can see is barium nitrate. And when I see barium nitrate, it is a sulfate test. The next thing, I see maybe add to water and I form a solution. Means this must be soluble. What other clues do I see? Clues I see is that 100 degrees Celsius. And when it's 100 degrees Celsius, I will think boiling point of water. So these are all the clues that I have first. So I will break it down slowly. So let's first look at G. So G is formed in the cation test, and it's a green precipitate. So this means that E has Fe2+. Right? I would like you all to make a habit that most of the time, everything will have two parts. You know, one part, two part, and then on this side we have two parts to it, and on this one we have two parts to the name. So always remember there should be two parts to the name. So my G forming a green precipitate lets me know that the cation test shows that Fe2+ is present over here. So if Fe2+ is present over here, it means that the green precipitate here should be iron 2, and because I added the sodium hydroxide, it should be an iron 2 hydroxide. Do you see how I wrote two parts of the name? So we have an iron 2 hydroxide. Two parts to the name. Okay, next one. If you look at H, H is a white precipitate with the sulfate test. This is a positive test, and it proves, the positive test proves that what I'm testing, solution E, contains the sulfate ion. So I already know that solution E contains Fe2+ and has positive sulfate ion. So solution E is iron 2 sulfate. You see how again I have two parts to the name, right? And the white precipitate that is formed from the sulfate test, you know, the second part is the sulfate. And because I add the barium, and remember that for sulfate, CBl, calcium, barium, lead, and barium sulfate is insoluble, that's why it forms the white precipitate. So H would be barium sulfate. And lastly, liquid F, we have already decided that it's 100 degrees Celsius, so it has to be water. So this is how you do a flow chart, and I hope to always see these working of your thinking in your answer. This is the key to your success. Okay?